Hello, you're watching Qpvn News. I'm Anh Tuấn and we keep you up to date with the headlines. Senior military and public security officers promoted to higher ranks. Military units ready for party congress. National parks of Vietnam, Laos recognized as Transboundary World Heritage Site. On July the 13th to the 14th in Nghĩa Trụ Commune, Hưng Yên Province, Nghĩa Trụ Commune Party Committee held its first congress for the 2025-2030 term. Party General Secretary Tô Lâm attended and delivered a keynote address. In his remarks, General Secretary Tô Lâm praised the efforts and achievements of the Commune's Party Committee, governments and people over the past term. Looking ahead, he emphasized that communes must be recognized as pivotal actors in shaping new development space defined by population, area, and economic size. He urged Nghĩa Trụ to strive to become a model of integrated development, combining eco-agriculture, new-style rural services, urbanization, and cultural preservation. Economic growth, he stressed, must be multi-directional, leveraging the commune's peri-urban advantages and focusing on rapid, sustainable, and well-targeted development. For the new term, Party General Secretary Tô Lâm called for the continued building of a healthy, strong, and fully capable party organization. He emphasized the need for a contingent of officials with competence, integrity, and credibility, being leaders who speak through action, avoid formalism, and dare to innovate. He underscored the importance of disciplined observance in a party democracy and, above all, the close bonds with the people, a fundamental principle for success. Showing confidence in Nghĩa Trụ direction, the party chief expressed his belief that the commune, with clear, concrete goals rooted in the party's resolutions and provincial strategies, will set an example in urbanization, digital transformation, and sustainable growth, not only for Hưng Yên Province, but also for the broader region. On this occasion, General Secretary Tô Lâm also visited the Commune Public Administrative Service Center to observe its operations and performance. On July the 14th, President Lương Cường, who is also chairman of the National Defense and Security Council and Commander-in-Chief of the People's Armed Forces, handed over decisions to promote the ranks of general and senior lieutenant general to 7 senior military and public security officers. President Lương Cường handed over the promotion decision to Chairman of the General Political Department of the Vietnam People's Army Trịnh Văn Quyết from the rank of Senior Lieutenant General to General, and hands over the promotion decisions to Deputy Ministers of National Defense Nguyễn Hồng Thái and Nguyễn Trường Thắng and Deputy Chief of the General Staff of the Vietnam People's Army Nguyễn Quang Ngọc from the rank of Lieutenant General to Senior Lieutenant General. Also at the event, the President handed over the promotion decisions from Lieutenant General to Senior Lieutenant General to Deputy Minister of Public Security Phạm Thế Tùng and Deputy Minister of Public Security Nguyễn Ngọc Lâm. On behalf of the party and state leaders, President Lương Cường warmly congratulated the 7 comrades who were promoted to the ranks of General and Senior Lieutenant General. This is the recognition of the party, state and people for their contributions to the cause of building and safeguarding the fatherland. The President asked senior leaders to continue to promote the glorious tradition of the Vietnam People's Army and People's Public Security, preserve revolutionary qualities, be always the loyal force to the party, country and people. On behalf of the promoted officers, General Trịnh Văn Quyết stressed that he would always thoroughly grasp the President's directions, be always the loyal force to the party, country, and people, constantly strive and preserve revolutionary qualities, actively study and follow President Ho Chi Minh's teachings, and stay ready to receive and complete all tasks assigned by the party, the state, the military, and the people. On July the 14th, General Phan Van Giang, Minister of National Defense, presided over conferences to review preparation for the Party Congress of the 2025-2030 period of General Department 2, Military Region 1, General Department of Defense Industry, Air Defense Air Force Service, and Military Industry Telecoms Group. At the conference with the General Department of Defense Industry, General Phan Van Giang emphasized the need to build a proactive, modern, dual-use defense industry closely linked to the national industry. The General Department of Defense Industry is asked to complete documents on enhancing the advisory role on state management, promoting science and technology, innovation, and developing high-quality human resources. The Party Committee of the Air Defense Air Force Service sets a goal of improving combat readiness capacity, airspace management, technology application, and digital transformation. General Phan Van Giang asked the unit to improve leadership capacity, build a strong party organization, a regular, streamlined and modern unit, and maintain the core role in safeguarding the fatherland sky. General Phan Van Giang directed VIET Group to continue promoting solidarity, building a streamlined and efficient apparatus. VIET needs to promote its pioneering role in mastering technology, producing high-tech weapons, and well-complete defense and economic tasks, aiming to become a global technology corporation. General Phan Van Giang asked the General Department 2 to organize its party congress in line with the principles and regulations, enhance its advisory role, evaluation and forecast capacity, and stay absolutely loyal to the party, country and people. General Phan Van Giang asked Military Region 1 to collect opinions, complete the Party Congress documents, propose policies to improve the effectiveness of military defense work at the grassroots level, closely linked with the two-tier local administration model. On July the 14th in Tây Ninh, the working delegation of the Vietnam Ministry of National Defense, led by Deputy Defense Minister, Senior Lieutenant General Hoàng Xuân Chiến, joined the working delegation of the Cambodian Ministry of National Defense, led by General F. Sarath, Deputy Commander-in-Chief and Chief of the Joint Staff of the Royal Cambodian Armed Forces, inspected the preparation work for the second Vietnam-Cambodia Border Defense Friendship Exchange Program. Senior Lieutenant General Hoàng Xuân Chiến emphasized that the Vietnam-Cambodia Border Defense Friendship Exchange is a meaningful activity, affirming the role of the two countries' militaries in building a peaceful, friendly, and cooperative border for mutual development. Visiting the Defensive Area Command of Region 3 Tân Ninh under Tây Ninh Military Command, Senior Lieutenant General Hoàng Xuân Chiến praised the unit's proactive spirit in perfecting and arranging the organization and staffing following the regulations of the Ministry of National Defense and the military region. On July the 14th, Senior Lieutenant General Lê Huy Vịnh, Deputy Defense Minister, chaired a conference to approve the plan for the Party Congress of Core 12 for the 2025-2030 term. Giving opinions to the draft political report of Core 12 Party Committee, delegates suggested that the Party Committee should clearly identify and closely assess situations that may directly impact the implementation of the Core's talks in the coming period, while closely linking economic development tasks with military tasks. Senior Lieutenant General Lê Huy Vịnh praised Core 12 for boldly proposing many solutions to achieve the goal of becoming one of the top 5 enterprises in the field of infrastructure construction in Vietnam. In addition, the unit needs to pay attention to party building work, creating strong changes in implementing political tasks, developing economy, combined with ensuring defense and security. Coming up next, National Parks of Vietnam, Laos recognized as Transboundary World Heritage Site. Overseas Vietnamese, an inseparable part of nation. On July the 13th, at the 47th session of the World Heritage Committee in Paris, UNESCO officially made a historic decision, the boundary adjustment of the Phong Nha Kẻ Bàng National Park World Natural Heritage Site to include Laos Hinam No National Park, establishing the first transboundary World Heritage Site named Phong Nha Kẻ Bàng National Park and Hinam No National Park. This landmark decision was made based on three key UNESCO criteria: geological and geomorphological value, ecosystem value, and biodiversity. It marks not only a shared achievement for both countries, but also a powerful testament to the strength of international cooperation in the conservation of natural heritage. Vietnam is now home to 9 World Heritage Sites. These include 2 interprovincial sites, Ha Long Bay Cát Bà Archipelago, Quảng Ninh Province and Hải Phòng City, and the complex of Yên Tử, Vĩnh Nghiêm, Côn Sơn, Kiếp Bạc Monuments and Landscapes, Quảng Ninh Province, Bắc Ninh Province and Hải Phòng City, along with its first transboundary World Heritage Site. Wherever in the world there are Vietnamese people, there are hearts looking to their homeland. They are entrepreneurs, intellectuals, artists and workers quietly contributing to the nation with dedication, knowledge and unconditional love. From Resolution number 8 in 1993 to Resolution number 36 in 2004, our party and state have consistently affirmed that overseas Vietnamese are an inseparable part of the nation. Policies of renewal have empowered the Vietnamese diaspora to integrate confidently, preserve their cultural identity, and increasingly return to contribute to the homeland's development. Standing under the red flag with a golden star on front land, every Vietnamese soul would feel an overwhelming sense of national pride. In Ottawa, the capital of Canada, the sight of the Vietnamese flag raised by the hands of the expatriate community and fluttering proudly beside the Canadian flag in front of City Hall evokes powerful emotions. The sacred emblem of the homeland present in the heart of a distant land. I feel deeply honored to stand under the national flag of my homeland today, here on Canadian soil, especially in the capital of Canada. Love for the homeland is not only reflected in the emotional moments under the national flag, but also in the aspiration to make meaningful contributions to the country's development. Among millions of overseas Vietnamese, there are intellectuals quietly dedicating themselves through knowledge and strategic vision. Christian Ngô, a leading expert in nuclear energy based in France, is one such individual. Over 2 decades ago, he nurtured the idea of bringing nuclear energy to Vietnam. My father is Vietnamese, which is why I care deeply about Vietnam. I believe that nuclear energy holds significant potential for Vietnam as it allows for the production of electricity at low cost with stable prices over time. Furthermore, the Vietnamese people have the intellectual capacity to master this energy source. This would also bring tremendous added value to the country by creating numerous high-value jobs needed to operate nuclear reactors. For these reasons, I consider nuclear energy to be a very important opportunity for Vietnam. About 20 years ago, I and a Vietnamese colleague explored the possibility of introducing nuclear energy to Vietnam. Such heartfelt contributions serve as vivid evidence of the consistent and sound policies of our party and state toward the overseas Vietnamese community. From the issuance of major resolutions, such as Resolutions number 36, to the National Assembly's ongoing discussions on expanding provisions allowing overseas Vietnamese to hold dual citizenship, all efforts aim to establish a solid legal framework. It is essential to expand the scope of overseas Vietnamese eligible for dual citizenship. Currently, nearly 6 million Vietnamese people live abroad, and it aligns with the party and state's policy to attract intellectuals and elites from the Vietnamese diaspora to contribute to the nation. Allowing overseas Vietnamese to regain Vietnamese citizenship and hold dual citizenship is entirely reasonable and should be encouraged. Vietnamese people live in many countries, including numerous developed nations, where they have played significant roles in economic development. They are ready to return to Vietnam and become good citizens. Creating legal frameworks to enable overseas Vietnamese to return and hold dual citizenships is entirely appropriate. This is the end of the QPVN news today. Remember to watch our news again at qpvn.vn. Thank you for watching and goodbye for now.